this is our School Plates October Eat the Rainbow workshop, and we're very excited to be sharing it with you. Say hello in the comments at the side with your name and organization in the section, and we will try to get to your questions in the Q&A section. So it might be cloudy out there, but we're really excited to deliver nutritious and delicious rainbow dishes for you. And in the pot of gold, we have 6 healthy, low-cost, carbon-busting recipes for you. So just with a bit of an introduction to ProVeg, those of you who haven't joined us before, we're part of ProVeg International, which is a global organization in 11 countries across 4 continents. If you're wondering what the orange blobs in the middle of the map are, they're the school food programs which are running currently in the UK and Germany and Poland. So what is our mission, our objective throughout ProVeg? Well, we want to replace 50% of animal products globally with plant-based and cultivated foods by 2040. So we want to encourage, in the UK, we want to encourage caterers to make great plant-based choices available on their menus because they are healthier, better for the kids, they're more sustainable in terms of all sorts of parameters, and they can save you money, which is something that is a main concern for a lot of our partners at the moment. So, as you know, chickpeas are cheaper than chicken, and a lot of plant-based recipes end up being less expensive than their meat-based counterparts. They're also more inclusive, which is a key benefit of the plant-based dishes on the menu. So people of all faiths and with allergy intolerance and intolerances are able to enjoy a dish together with their friends at school. So just to demonstrate this nice and clearly with this visual, you can see a spaghetti bolognese on the left, which is based on beef mince, and a spaghetti bolognese on the right, which is a plant-based bolognese. And it's substituted lentils and soya protein for the beef. If you have a quick glance at this, you can see that the plant-based dish is 27% cheaper. Across the bottom, you can see these facts. It's 87% lower in saturated fat at a time when obesity and overweight children are becoming a real concern. It has more than double the fiber for kids, as most children don't get enough fiber in their diet. And it has less than 1/3 of the carbon emissions, which is something that's a really key objective for a lot of caterers. So we can help you meet those targets and deliver some of those nutritional and planetary benefits in school lunches. But we haven't always been quite as busy as we are now. We started in 2018 with just 1 council. And here's the picture today. It's absolutely awash with green. And that's all the local authorities, multi-academy trusts and schools that we're working with across the country. This is part of a movement that's absolutely snowballing. So now we're working with just over 1/4 of all authorities in the UK. So to be ahead of the curve, you probably want to get involved with us because this is the way things are moving. And here's Chris Packham in his ProVeg t-shirt, looking fantastic and smiling as he encourages you to have a look on the proveg.com website and download our free recipes, which you're very welcome to use. We encourage you to have a look at them. And the School Plates Guide. We have 35 new recipes coming out at the beginning of next year. So that's something to look forward to. This is a menu from one of our partners who's doing extraordinarily well on their menu. They are a Gold Award winner. And you can see from this menu, they've put Save the Planet Tuesday as a reason for having a meat-free day. So this kind of gets the school community really behind the idea and in a positive way, rather than just highlighting what might be missing. They've used descriptive words, smoky jackfruit jambalaya. They've got lovely descriptions going on. There's full labeling on the menu. And if you look on the left, the beef bolognese is coming lower down than the vegan option. The plant-based option is at the top of the menu. So it encourages children to almost automatically drives the choice in that direction. So we help you take these steps by guiding you on the menu so that you can nudge these positive behaviors, just like the previous menu you saw, together with meat reduction and plant-based promotion. These are key pillars, if you like, of the actions which drive those plant-based choices forwards in a really positive way. And we love to reward you with awards. So we have bronze, silver, and gold. We currently have 14 bronze awards, 2 silver and 2 gold. So send your menu in because you may be on there as our next award winner. This is another key aspect of the work that we do. We worked with Hackney Council this summer delivering an in-person workshop. So we're very happy and keen to come to you and deliver an in-person workshop to understand how easy it can be to incorporate these plant-based recipes in your school menu. And it may be that you can get a group of schools to come together. That's exactly what Hackney Council did in the picture you're looking at. So please get in touch if that applies to you, because we would just love to come and do a workshop for you. Anyway, that's a bit about us. And now we're moving on to the recipes. So we have 6 recipes for you today. 2 of them are included in number 4. We have rainbow dips, of course we do, and black and green bean super noodles, green powered pesto pasta, sweet corn sunshine salad, and crunchy carrot and orange salad. And finally, red and purple fruity fool with toasted coconut. So without any more talking, I'm going to hand you over to our wonderful chef, Polly, who's leading the workshop today.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Alex, for the introduction. And thank you for joining us this afternoon for our October online workshop. Yeah, my name is Polly Higginson, and I am the chef trainer for School Plates. So I deliver these online workshops, but also come out to deliver training for you and your catering teams wherever you are in the country. And I also work as the programme coordinator for Scotland and Northern Ireland for School Plates as well. So I'm based just outside of Edinburgh. So yeah, I work with the Scottish local authorities and the Education Authority in Northern Ireland. So welcome today. Yeah, a colourful workshop we have planned showing off our new recipes, and we're going to look at main courses, side dishes and a dessert. And as Alex said, it's all about colour. We're using fruits and vegetables, pulses, beans, noodles, all of these ingredients. And I think the key things to kind of get across with the workshop today is, yeah, I guess how creative that you can be, how many different possibilities there are, and to make food that's really, really engaging and that children really want to try. And the whole kind of concept behind the Eat the Rainbow kind of nutrition and plate and idea is basically that when planning a menu, planning what's going to go onto the plate, you want to have as many different kind of colours on there as possible, because the different colour means you know that there's different nutrition there's different vitamins, things like protein, iron, all of these different things. So you want to have a really kind of wide range of colours. And yeah, my background is as a chef, and so always when you're putting a dish together, whoever it's for, you know, you're thinking about all those different elements and how attractive, how eye-catching something's going to look. And I think with school food and making food for children, then that is so important. And so bringing in these incredible, colourful, naturally colourful ingredients into your menu planning and school food. So that's the kind of background behind the dishes today. Yeah, I think with that in mind, we'll have our first poll question to kick things off.
Thanks, Polly. Okay, the poll question should be just coming up now. Here it is. Do you consider colour and the visual element when developing a menu? Now, we know you're busy as well, so it could be something that takes time to consider putting that together in a colourful way. But whilst we're waiting for those answers, oh, we're here already. We're here already.
That's great to hear that.
71% of you do, and 29% of you do sometimes. Yes, so that's really
yeah, that's really amazing to hear, and that's exactly what we want to see on school menus and just right on the plate when you've gone up and taken all the different elements of your meal. So that's great to hear. So we're gonna do the first recipe is rainbow dips, and this recipe is basically very colourful. We're doing 3 dips there. We've got a lovely roast garlic one, a chunky green pea, and then a beetroot dip as well. And the idea behind this course, we noticed that on some school menus, there's that opportunity to kind of have a kind of almost like a starter course, the opportunity for children to have tastes of lots of different things. So this is a dish that would work really well, and it makes it really fun, and the chance for children to just try a little bit of something that they might not have had before.
quite sociable, isn't it, Polly? It's quite a sociable thing to share.
It is. It's really sociable, and it's nice to have a little bit of a few different things as well, I think. So 3 different dips, but the basic kind of concept of each of them is all very similar. We're going to make a lovely kind of nutritious bean puree, and then as our base, and then add in the beetroot, the peas, or the roast garlic in. So I'm going to demo for you the butter bean one, and with beetroots. So in my bowl, I've got gorgeous cooked butter beans, which I just love because they're very, very creamy, and they have a very blank, neutral taste. So they work really, really well for dips. So beans into the bowl. I've then got my beetroot here, which I chopped earlier because I love working with beetroot so much. It's cooked beetroot, but of course it always, when you're working, does leave a colourful imprint on your chopping board and things, so you always kind of have gloves on if you're working with it. So I've got delicious cooked beetroot there. And again, beetroot isn't an ingredient that we see on school menus a lot, but it's a really, really nutritious. It's obviously got the wow in the colour factor, and it's also a really economical ingredient as well. And buying it kind of raw, where you kind of cook it up yourself, or buying it pre-cooked, is really, really economical. So got my butter beans. I'm going to add the beetroot in.
And it's such a lovely colour, pink. I mean, how many pink foods can you have at school?
There aren't many. It's for the savoury dishes as well, then it works so well. So beetroot and butter beans, and then I'm going to put in lemon juice. Always just use lovely lemon zest them first, and then the juice going in, and
almost smell it, Polly.
It's really good. Well, yeah, just to share with you all as well, I'm sure this is that time of year where there are colds and things going around. I'm suffering from a cold today, so I'm a bit more sniffly than normal, but I think everybody is at this time of year. But yeah, just these are the kind of things, the ingredients, you know, the lemons, some of the spices that we're going to be using today that just kind of really help with that, bringing that kind of medicinal element. So I'm going to just slice these 2 lemons.
Immune boosting.
Yes, yeah. And zingy, and they just bring that sharpness in, especially when going up against the beans and the beetroot. Just makes it kind of lovely and zingy. The 2 lemons.
Whilst you're doing that, I have to share my little fact about Apicius, the 1st century Roman gourmand, who apparently actually coined the phrase, "We eat first with our eyes." So that's where it came from a long time ago, that we've been eating with our eyes.
I love that, Alex, and it's so true. And I think with children as well, you can really put them off on the first hurdle of that visual element. You know, if they're not sure about how something looks straight away, then without even, you know, getting to taste it, it can really put them off. So yeah, I think that's why, you know, like we've said, this visual element is so important. So lemon juice in. I'm going to season that with a little bit of cumin, a teaspoon. And cumin, again, just a really gentle warming spice, perfect for children. And then my other favourite to use, the smoked paprika, which again just gives a really lovely mild flavour, but a flavour that's definitely there, and it's just a really good to use for children. So very simple, those ingredients in, and then I'm just going to let a little bit of water while I come to blend it. And I have to say that there's quite a lot of blending today as well, so just bear with me, because it's just noisy for just a minute.
We need some elevator music, don't we? And now Polly will be blending, as you can see. There she is. It's actually really not picking up the noise at all, which is amazing. So this is also a really nice low-cost option, I think. And apart from it being a fun starter, it's quite a nice way to involve vegetables, I believe. So you could have some carrots to dip, or cucumber, various things, perhaps getting them more interested in those other vegetables as they dip it into our colourful rainbow dips.
Right, here we are. Sorry about that. So we've blended that, and now it's just gorgeous colour, lovely and pink. And we're going to put out onto the plate. Here. And it's just really nice to think about. Can you see that gorgeous colour?
Yeah.
Really lovely just to think about. Yeah, the texture again, you know, you can go really smooth, or you can keep the dips a little bit chunkier as well. So I've got here to show you as well. This is just one that I made earlier, but it's exactly the same process, but with the cannellini beans and frozen green peas, and it's this gorgeous pale green colour. So that's the chunky pea, and it's got a little bit of dried mint in it as well. And then the garlic, the roasted garlic one here. And what I've done for this, just got it in the oven. You could of course just use a little bit of garlic powder to season it, but we've done roasted the garlic whole, wrapped it up in tin foil, and then it gets so soft and squeezy and sticky, and really sweetens garlic as well. It smells so good. This is exactly what you need to be having, yeah, when you've got a cold or a sniffle. And that's just if I can bring that right up to show you, a very sweet garlic paste. So again, using that to go into the garlic dip, and just really lovely to be using the raw ingredient as well. So we've got our beetroot, we've got our lovely sweet garlic dip as well.
Very nice.
And then
love the taste of garlic, actually, don't they?
They do, yeah, they do. They love it. You know, many just, you know in garlic bread and like pasta dishes and things. So yeah, it's actually yeah, it's a flavour that they're very familiar with. So we've got our 3 dips, and then to serve alongside this, of course, you know, crudités, chopped carrots, pepper, chopped broccoli, cucumber, all of these different fresh vegetables, bread, oat cakes, that kind of thing. I was going to just show you today taking the wraps, which again I know are really popular. I use a lot in schools, and making some dippers to go with it. And again, this works really well with wraps that are slightly stale, or you know have yeah, been used, or you know kind of been out and dried out a little bit. So using kind of the ones that are already a little bit dry, not wasted. Exactly. So, and you just take a pair of scissors and cut them into really nice dipping shapes. Again, these kind of dishes as well are really fun to actually make with children as an activity, if you're doing like a tasting session, or trying to get them a bit engaged in new recipes and menu ideas. So you can cut them into any different shapes that you like, so it's quite fun and very satisfying.
I feel some dinosaur shapes would be coming on.
Yeah, it'd be really,
Christmas trees for Christmas time, or
yeah, you could just, they're very, very fun to cut out. So, and they just get all laid out on the tray. And then I've got a tiny splash of just cooking oil there, tiny little drizzle just to coat them. And again, you know, adding the paprika, cumin, some turmeric just to get a lovely yellow colour as well. It'd be really, really fun. And then all out on the tray, and then they just go into, you know, an oven at 180 for kind of 10 minutes. They do crispen quite quickly, so you do need to kind of keep an eye on them. And I'm going to pop them in. And I'm going to bring out, because yeah, the magic of kind of organization and all things, these are the ones that I prepared this morning to show, just to speed up the cooking process. So these are lovely, really crunchy dipping bits, and just arrange those on the side. Really fun and really healthy as well, you know, compared to a tortilla crisp or something that kind of not suitable for having in at school. So here we go, that's our lovely rainbow dipper plate with these wholemeal wrap dips to go in. So gorgeous and really, really fun. And I guess the dips as well, you know, they could be used for sandwich fillings. They could go alongside a baked potato. You know, so they could be used in lots of different ways on the lunch menu.
And they're full of protein, aren't they, Polly?
They're full of protein. Yeah, Alex, that's exactly, yeah, with the beans in all of them. So yeah, it's a really good, really healthy dish for children. So yeah, that was our first recipe, and now I'm going to move on to the black and green bean super noodles. That's it. So I'll just put my pot on to start warming up.
And again, if you look at the protein, it's 12.4 grams of protein, when they're recommending about 15 grams of protein for children a day. So getting a really hefty dose of protein in that.
Yeah.
And it's a really well balanced recipe.
This is a really lovely, really nutritious one, and it came about through talking to a council who were keen to have a noodle dish on their menu, but then sometimes struggle with noodles kind of either drying out, when they're reheated, and those kind of technical issues, with putting a dish together. So things that they've done in the past. So we've created a really lovely kind of broth to go on the noodles, so that they sit in that broth and stay really nice and moist and things while they're being served. So ingredients for this dish. So we're looking at, and we're moving into very dark colours. We're just playing on the work, using the black beans, and we're using mushrooms and red onions and things. So very much that kind of palette. So I've got my big pot here, which is going to have our lovely broth into it. A little bit of oil in the bottom of the pan. Just bringing that up to heat. And then, red onions. And again, choosing them because of their colour, but also because of the sweetness that they're going to bring to this dish. So I just pop those in. They just start to sizzle.
We're working our way through that rainbow, Polly.
We are, so here we are on the purple and reds and blacks and dark colours. And again, we're kind of steering away from anything that's too salty or sweet, which again is often these kind of noodle dishes can again be, come in that way, or come from a pre-bought sauce or things like that. We're just making a very simple sauce from scratch, and getting all the flavour. So the onions are going to be doing that work. And then we've got our mushrooms here. And mushrooms, though they don't maybe perhaps look like they've got loads of nutrition to them, they bring in vitamin D, and they also bring in loads of flavour. And actually children also really, really love them. So it's really nice to work with them. So we've got our red onions cooking away.
Are they ordinary mushrooms or chestnut?
These are chestnut mushrooms, but you could use any mushroom for the dish. And again, I would probably just look for whatever was kind of the best value, because being cooked in this way, they're still going to bring a lot of flavour to the dish. So just getting something that's kind of economical would be just a good shout here. So then I'm going to pop those in with the red onions and a little pinch of salt. And the idea is this mushroom and red onion base is going to be the star of the show, the flavour. I'm just going to give that a couple of seconds for the mushrooms and onions to brown. Put that on. I'm going to put the kettle on, not for a cup of tea, but for the noodles stage. So we've chosen rice noodles in this dish for a couple of reasons. One is that they were coming out best nutrition wise. They've not got anything added to them. They're just made from rice flour and a little bit of tapioca starch. So they've not got kind of any salt and seasoning into them. So they're very, very simple. And they're also really fast cooking and easy to prepare. And I'm going to just show you how to do that now. And they're fun. It's just a different kind of noodle for children to try. So into a bowl, our noodles, and then I'm just going to take the hot boiling water and just pour that to cover the noodles. So lovely and easy that you don't even have to be doing any cooking. They can just sit, and they just sit for a couple of minutes, and that cooks the noodle.
Very easy.
So easy. So we'll just leave those lovely steam coming up. I'll just move those to the side. let them just do their thing and let my mushrooms then get started, get nice and brown. My onions, just turn that up quite a lot. And then I'll show you the other seasonings for the broth. There's our black beans here, which are glossy and beautiful to look at. And they go very nicely in the sauce, and they also bring in the protein, like you said, Alex, the beans, and lots of other kind of nutrients as well. So super black beans. And then I've got measured out into here some soy sauce and a little bit of rice vinegar just to bring in that sharpness, and then a little bit of agave syrup as well for the sweetness. That's really cooking away. And then chopped up garlic and ginger, kind of equal quantities, which again, you know, you could use a paste perhaps, but this is just a small amount chopped up, or you could just split it. And then some sunflower seeds, which I'm going to talk a little bit more about later, but I'm just adding these as another kind of texture into the dish. And again, bringing in lots of nutrition, and then Chinese five spice as our, bringing in that kind of Asian spice, but nothing too strong for children. So, yeah, here we go, lid off now. And I'm just going to add, so easy, all of those ingredients in: black beans, garlic and ginger, sunflower seeds.
And sunflower seeds are also a lovely thing that gets added to Asian flavors and dishes as well, aren't they?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, definitely. And like Mexican cuisine and African dishes as well, where they're really used because they're so good for you. But can bring in really good textures as well. And then the spice. Yeah. This smells lovely. I can actually smell this even with my cold. It smells really good. So it's so easy just to kind of throw everything in. And it smells so good. And then I'm just gonna, I'll show you, let me bring it over the pan. All lovely and dark and rich colours. Back on. And I'm gonna now just cover that with a litre of water. And then we're just gonna let that cook. Just now in this workshop for 5 minutes, but in normal time, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour, just so that the mushrooms and flavours start to come out to season the broth.
Lovely.
There we go. Got my kettle.
And that's a fresh sauce that you've cooked from scratch then.
Yeah, and it's so easy. It's just everything going in one pot. I'm going to move that to the back ring so that that cooks. And then I'll just come back to the noodles, which have just had a couple of minutes to sit in that boiling water. I'm now going to strain them and put them into cold water. And then at that point, they will be ready to use. And I'll show you them. So let me just strain these. Cover them in cold water. Sorry to disappear. I'm back. Here they are. So that's them in cold water, and I would just wait for them to get nice and cold, and then strain them again, and then they're ready to use. And I guess one thing just to think about with noodles, I know what it's like serving as a caterer to people. Like noodles, you know, can be quite difficult to portion. So I would, thinking about these noodles or any noodle, I would think about cutting them up into smaller pieces so that it's easier to use tongs or even like a big spoon to serve from, because otherwise they just stretch kind of right across
and never
the
ending
counter and the plate, which is difficult.
Well, I bet lots of teachers wish they were refreshed at the end of the day, the way noodles can be under cold water.
Yeah. So that's it, that's them all lovely, ready to go, and they're not clumpy, they're not stuck together, they're just cooked and ready. So that's, again, really easy, and again, just minutes to do just before you're serving lunch. So that's our noodles. I'll come back to, oh, it smells so nice, my lovely mushroom broth. And the next thing that I'm going to add into this now is the vegetables, the super green beans. So here, these are edamame beans, which we just got frozen, which, you know, are soybeans. So they are, yeah, very nutritious. They also have a really lovely texture. They're very sweet. They taste very, very fresh. So really kind of appealing to children. They look lovely as well. You know, other things.
Gorgeous colour. Look at that.
They're lovely. Yeah, and you know, similar to kind of peas in their taste, or broad beans, just fresh and delicious. So they're going to go in as our super green beans. And then I've just got some mixed vegetables here: carrot, green beans, sweet corn. Cut a little bit of courgette just to go in as well. Fresh vegetable.
Easy to get vegetables as well.
Yeah, exactly. You could just, what I love about working with vegetables is just, oops, it jumped off the head. It's just, making them work, you know, to their best of their ability. You're choosing the vegetable for the dish, for what part of the country you're in, for the children that you're cooking for, you know, knowing what they really like. And then, just really using them so widely in dishes, to the best of their kind of abilities, with all the different things that they can do. So, you know, we've gone for quite familiar vegetables, I guess, in this, you know, carrots, the peas. And then, you know, the edamame beans and maybe the black beans, like less familiar, and maybe the mushrooms as well. But, you know, there's a chance for them to just get to try all of these different things in this one dish. So these are going to go into my big pot as well. And just give that. So you would just give that. To be honest, the vegetables would pretty much just cook in the heat there. So I will just give that literally a second. I'll get the plate. And then use the things. I'll just take a little handful of the noodles into the bowl. So you'd serve it up, noodles on the plate first, and then you'd get a lovely big ladle full of this rich stock, vegetable, beany, delicious, colourful dish. Ooh.
With that lovely homemade sauce as well. Oh, it looks
beautiful. So really, really nourishing.
Steam.
Nothing thick, nothing heavy, and then all the vegetables in it as well. So, and I would say, like, particularly autumn, winter menus, this is just gorgeous. But you know, you could make it more summery, peppers and things, and maybe it's more of a tomato base. So there we go. That's our super rainbow noodles.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's really lovely.
We've got black, green, red.
With
yellow
moving to green next, Alex.
Yes.
So we're moving now to the green powered pesto pasta.
Which again is super high in protein.
Yeah, really, really good protein. We've tried, you know, with a lot of our dishes to really think about that. Obviously, we have to meet the school food standards with our dishes. So always thinking how we. Sorry,
Polly. The emissions are so low on this dish.
Yeah. And I think on all of these dishes, you know, the power of vegetables too, they are like the lowest emissions. So that's really, really good and what we should be, you know, using as much as possible. So just getting started. So I'm chopping up raw broccoli into my jug. I've got some pre-cooked wilted spinach, and I've got green peas as well. And what we're basically making here is a pesto, you know, traditionally made with basil, pine nuts, and seasoned with parmesan. So we're making our own kind of healthier or this alternative version. It's healthier, I guess, because it's got more nutrients from all the different green vegetables. I'm excited to bring in the sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds. So got these in a pan, and yeah, just really think they're an incredible ingredient, and especially to use in kind of catering, because they yeah, bringing that kind of creamy texture, like that's maybe a nut would, but we obviously steer clear of using nuts with school food. And then they've got so much nutrition as well. So I'm just lightly toasting them in the pan, which again really unlocks like a lot of their flavour. But you know, doing this kind of as a caterer, we just do them on a giant tray into the oven for kind of 15 minutes, just lightly toast them. So I'll let those toast away. Our green base, I'm going to also add to bring the kind of yeah, cheesy flavour that you would get, the nutritional yeast, which we use, and again brings in essential vitamins and minerals, and also as well as the taste, and some garlic powder as well that you could use, raw garlic. So in that goes.
I think it has B12 in it as well, doesn't it? Nutritional yeast.
It does, yeah, it does. So that's again great, you know, if you're having more plant-based dishes, just to make sure that you're getting those essential vitamins as well. And back to my lemon juicer. Again, lemon's going to really season this dish, get that nice balance and make it really zingy. Okay, lovely lemon juice. Here we go. And then, yeah, I think traditionally, you know, this would be made with olive oil, a lot of olive oil to kind of blend that up. We're not going to use that. We're just going to use water, which works completely fine for just getting that lovely texture. I'm just going to add my water, just waiting. I can hear my seeds just starting to crackle, which tells me that they are nearly ready. And then, yeah, I've got pasta here. We're going to mix it through, but again, this pesto would work so well. I mean, again, with a baked potato in a sandwich filling, these kind of as a cold option. So it's just something different to use, and like you said, got the colour, so that's great. So I'm just going to stop my seeds.
Lovely.
Away. Again, it smells so nice. And into my jug. Hopefully don't throw these everywhere. Not too bad. Okay. And then I'm going to just whisk this together. So excuse me for a second while I just do the blender again.
Oh yes.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay, here we go. I can't hear it. So the sunflower seeds have iron, magnesium, B vitamins and protein in them, and fiber. Again, every one of these dishes is quite high in fiber, which is very difficult to cover unless you include more fruit and vegetable dishes on the menu. And of course, they're protecting you against these colds and bugs in the winter, which none of us want to get. So they have all those added benefits.
Okay, thanks for that. Here we go. So we've got this gorgeous green pesto, amazing. I love it so much. In with the pasta.
Oh, I wonder what everyone's favourite pasta shape is to serve at school. That's next
That's a
time.
really good
Let's do that for a
question.
poll, don't we?
I've gone for the penne today
It's
because I just
usually
thought
popular.
quite nice. But yeah, it's again really fun to just think about that different the visual element like we were saying. Okay, so that's all mixed through, and then just some peas that have been fresh peas in as well. You get those lovely pops. And there we go. And again, sorry, this would also work really well as a salad, as a kind of cold pasta salad. I'll pop it into a bowl. Here we go. Gorgeous, colourful, fun pesto, green pesto power pasta.
Gorgeous. I think
Yeah.
I'm very happy if that were me at school.
Yeah, really. And
That's
again, such an easy dish to make. Okay,
next poll.
we're going to move on now to salads, and I think we have another poll question to
We
go
do.
with.
On the theme of salads, we led very neatly onto that. Do you serve salad as part of lunch? Or perhaps you have a salad bar? And if you do serve salad at lunchtime, is it popular with them? What do you think? We're fascinated to hear. Maybe
Yeah,
the pasta salad we've just seen, it might end up being on there.
I know. I never had such a thing at my school. We didn't have salad.
Here we go. So the results are yes, we have a salad bar. 80% have a salad bar, and 20% do serve salad as part of lunch. And again, then 60%, 60% of children find salad somewhat nice, and 20% not really, but 20% do enjoy salad with their lunch. So
Overall, a positive enjoyment of salads, and I think, which is good. And I think it's just finding the ones that children like, and it's a great opportunity to try something new. So we're going to do two salads: the crunchy carrot and orange salad, and the sweet corn sunshine salad as well. And again, something that we haven't chatted about, but using colour, in the naming of dishes, just make them sound really appealing, and you can have so much fun with that. I know that's something you really, enjoy, Alex. So think about it with the awards.
That's right, and using those colours and also the crunch. So you've named it crunchy carrot and orange salad because it's just the experience as well you're highlighting, or perhaps the green powered pesto pasta. We know what that means, but a child looking at that dish might think, oh, that's quite a power dish. That's going to power me on through, and it will. So it's important to appeal to perhaps both parents who might be looking at the menu and the children. So you have an idea of the texture as well, don't you? And
it's just really, totally. It's just really, really fun. Really fun, and something that you could just really make the most of. Making the most of the ingredients. So I'm starting with the carrot salad. So it's just a really simple salad: grated carrots, and then just going to be dressed with fresh orange juice, and just squeezing some oranges, and then raisins we're adding as well. So this is if you think of a kind of introductory, like the simplest kind of salad that you could get, something that children would hopefully find something within that they would really like. And using the dried fruit as well is really nice, just to have that kind of little bit of sweetness, and something that an ingredient maybe children are quite familiar with. So we just got our carrots and raisins, and then just going to pour the fresh orange juice. Really simple to season.
Very healthy. And carrots are economical as well, aren't they? They're good.
They are. I think that's, again, thinking of the salad bar, you want to be building it up out of ingredients that are really good value, that are bulky and go quite a long way. So that's, with the idea of like a pasta salad as well. And carrots, probably one of the most economic vegetables that you can get fresh, and children love it. So that's a really simple carrot and orange. And then I'm going to just move on to the sweet corn salad. Where's my sweet corn? Here in a bowl. And again, this is a slightly more expensive salad because we cost all our recipes. And so, with something like this, you could always bring a grain in as well, in terms of like making the dish go as far as possible. Where's my cucumbers and peppers? So something like quinoa, again, really nutritious and just blends in really well. Or I actually had the idea this morning when I was getting ready, or you could make like a lovely yellow rice, cooking up rice with a little bit of turmeric in it to get that yellow colour. And again, it just means that the salad goes a lot further if you're using something like sweet corn. Chopping up cucumber to go into this. And then you're going to use the orange peppers as well.
And also with the carrots, just a moment aside for those lovely heroic carrots again, they cross over, don't they, into other dishes. So you're not having to get something separate just for one thing,
Yes, yeah, exactly. They'll become the building blocks of so many dishes. We've used them in the black bean dish. Here we go, carrots going in. Sorry,
that's my fault.
Cucumbers. And then lovely sunny peppers, and just kind of chopping them up very small to go in as well. And then this salad we're going to season with a little bit of lime juice. Again, just a nice simple citrus dressing. Okay, I'll just stop there.
I think already, but we have about 5 minutes left to.
Yes, no, that's what I was thinking. So I'll stop there on the peppers. We're fine. We're nearly finished.
You're right.
That's the dessert. But thank you, Alex.
Yeah.
We go. Bring in our lime juice.
That's lovely.
Yes, and again, just really, really nice and zingy. Really, really simple dressing. Just add a little spoonful of maple syrup in there. And then that, just go all over. There we go, sunshine salad.
Sunshine.
Just really, really simple, really, really colourful. And like we said, you could use a grain or something to just make it go further as well. Okay, so there are salads. And now dessert. Our final dessert, which is really, really hard to make. It's our fruity fool. We called it red and purple fruity fool.
With toasted coconut.
Oh. So
look at that colour, everyone. I mean, just never mind anything else. It just looks great.
Yeah. So I've got frozen raspberries in here, but of course you could use any berries. And then in with some ripe bananas ideally, and that's going to be the sweet element. That's going to yeah, bring that kind of sweetness in against the raspberries.
That's
and also
super healthy.
Yeah, great for texture as well. So we're not adding any kind of extra sweeteners to this. And then we've got a plant yogurt going in here. And then I'm gonna whip that up.
Oh, it's lucky it's a quick one.
It's a really quick one. But it's just having fun. It's just making it look really.
And Polly has pointed out to us that this might work as an iced lolly as well. So maybe you might like to serve it in another season, or perhaps as an exciting dessert.
Exactly.
Just as a food, you know. And it's visually fun as well, isn't it? It
Wait
looks
till you see
something
the colour of this
exciting.
one.
Oh, looks great.
Really, really good. It is purple.
I'll never know it's good for them.
Really try. And then we got to go on top of this, the toasted coconut flakes. There we are.
Oh, lovely.
Delicious.
Amazing, Polly.
Brilliant. So there we go. So that's all of our recipes. I
So we-
think we're gonna finish with another poll question.
Last poll in the last few seconds, and whilst we're polling, we'll also tell you the next workshop, which is the 22nd of November. Okay, the poll is, which of the recipes are you most likely to try as a result of this workshop? So it's multiple choice. You can put whatever you think appeals. For our 22nd of November workshop, the theme is a roast dinner, what to serve, and all the side dishes. So thank you, Polly. It's been amazing. And thank you everyone for coming. We'll just give you those poll results.
Thank you, Alex.
Fruity Full wins. Look at that. Followed closely by and equal to black and green super noodles, rainbow dips, and green powered pesto pasta. They're all equal. Everything else, sunshine orange salad. So there we are. Well done. What a winner. And we hope you enjoyed the rainbow workshop, and we'll see you again soon.
Okay, thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.